I just want to be a social drinker. I just want to drink normally. I've heard that a lot from my clients. And I think everybody goes through this phase at the beginning. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the social drinking myth, and I'm going to take it apart. The reason, first of all, that we want to do that, we feel like that's what we want, is because at first, to stop drinking, it feels like we have to give up so much. So we're in this bargaining, like if I can just figure out how to drink like a normal person, drink sociably, then I'll be fine. And everybody goes through this phase, by the way. It's kind of part of the process. I felt the same way. I never occurred to me that not drinking alcohol was a lifestyle option. Like I thought everyone drank, and my only problem was I didn't know how to manage it. So if I could figure out how to manage it, things like, oh, don't drink like dark spirits, only drink like clear spirits. And at one point I thought, right, I just need a job that starts at 2 p.m. because I'm not good at getting up hungover. Like all of this kind of crazy stuff. So we will spend a bit of time trying to moderate and trying to manage our drinking because we believe what we want is to be a social drinker. And this is the reason that we want to be a social drinker. The reason is that we believe that alcohol is the best way to have fun, excitement, belonging, connection, to relax and to reward yourself. So we were given that belief, by the way, many years earlier by our peer groups, our culture and our media, that alcohol is the best way to have fun and all of those other things. And if we don't have alcohol in our life, we cannot have those things. That's not true, by the way. However, we believe it. So intellectually, you may even know it's not true, but emotionally, you'll believe it. So that is why it feels so devastating, the idea of giving up alcohol. You're probably at the point where you understand it's not good for you, it's having consequences in my life, blah, blah, blah. But the reason that it's so hard to stop is we feel we have to give up all of the good things of life, because who wants to live a life without those things, right? Those things are great. I don't want to give those things up. I believed it. When I stopped drinking at 27 years old, I 100% believed I have to give up. Well, I'll never have fun again, for sure. My life would be dull, boring, and grey. And the only reason that I quit was because I had really bad panic attacks and anxiety. And I began to see the link between that and my drinking and my drug use. And I was very I would have done anything to stop the panic attacks and anxiety. And I tried everything. The only thing I hadn't tried was quitting alcohol. So I reluctantly took that deal. But I knew the cost of it was I was never going to have fun again. Like I'd be sober, I wouldn't have panic attacks and anxiety. That was good, but I'll never have fun again. None of that's true. None of it. But that's the reason you want to be a social drinker. But here's the thing about social drinking. There's no such thing as social drinking, by the way. It's a toxic, carcinogenic substance. Social drinking is defined by your peer group. So it depends on what your peer group does, right? If your peer group binge drinks at the weekend, which is what my peer group did, right? Like just binge drank as much as possible at the weekend, but maybe didn't drink at all during the week. That to me was social drinking, even though that's abusive and destructive drinking. If your peer group only drinks fine wine, I had a doctor once, I was on a TV show and I was there with a doctor, and she would like the hour before we went live, she was telling me why she didn't have an alcohol problem. And the reason she didn't have an alcohol problem is she only drank extremely exclusive fine wine from Napa in California. And because she had lots of clients who owned vineyards, and she did drink a bottle a night, but it was very, very fine organic wine, right? And that's what all of her peer group did. So it's just what your peer group does. That's what social or normal drinking is. But we have in our culture normalized abnormal drinking. We've normalized it. So we've just made it normal. And this is how we make it normal. We all think a problem drinker or an alcoholic is a homeless person. And we're not that, right? I've got a house and a car. In fact, that's my clients. My clients have nice houses and nice cars, and they look nice and they go on nice holidays. And nobody would look at their lives and think that there was an alcohol problem there, because it shows up on the inside long before people can actually see it. So that's the reason that we want to become normal social drinkers, is because we believe we will have to give up all of these things if we don't. Now, here is the good news, and I want you to hear this. None of that's true. None of it. So the previous video talked about the cost of drinking. So it's like, okay, well, alcohol promises these things. Does it deliver on it? And if it does deliver, what's the cost? So alcohol makes a promise. It promises us that we will get to this land of fun, excitement, belonging, connection, etc. Does it deliver? Is it delivering on its promise? Every time? Some of the time? Once in a blue moon? And what's the cost of that? Is it worth the cost to your health? How much money you're spending, how much time it takes away from your kids, how it's your opportunities, your work? Like that's the cost, right? So one of the most important parts of sobriety, because you can't stay sober long term. You will not stay sober long term if you feel like you're missing out. Like I've been sober 25 years at recording this. There is no way in hell I would stay sober long term if I felt like I was missing out. Right? I mean, or if that was true, gosh, if that was true, I haven't had fun for 25 years. It's the opposite. Good. This is the good news. You can have fun, excitement, belonging, connection, relax and reward yourself sober, and it's better. It's better. Everything's better sober. But you've got to kind of navigate that first year, first few months to kind of get to that place. It will get there. It will keep getting there. It will keep getting there. Because all sobriety is, all that's changed, nothing outside has changed. All sobriety is a shift in perception. And I'm going to talk about that in, I think, the next video and the video after that. But if you want to get that shift in perception, you need to get the Emotional Sobriety Toolkit, and that is below.